Imagine waking up one morning. Your Canadian permanent residency doesn't protect you anymore. What if the government could suddenly cancel, suspend, or even strip your PR status in the name of public interest without you seeing it coming? That's the shocking possibility facing many immigrants in 2026 as Canada pushes through sweeping immigration changes that have experts and rights groups sounding the alarm. What if the very car that means safety, opportunity, and stability could be taken away not just for criminal acts, but for reasons most people never even realized were possible? The rules governing who gets to stay in Canada and who might be sent back are changing fast, and many permanent residents may soon discover they are on shaky legal ground. Stay with us, because in this video we're uncovering 10 real reasons PR holders could lose their status, and how to protect yourself before it's too late. Number 1. Failing residency requirements. Many permanent residents don't realize that simply being absent from Canada for long periods can put their status at risk. Under current rules, a PR holder must spend at least 730 days in Canada within a 5-year period to maintain their residency. This requirement isn't flexible, and authorities are increasingly strict in 2026, especially with new monitoring and reporting measures. Missing this threshold can trigger reviews, warnings, and even the initiation of deportation proceedings. For those who travel frequently for work, education, or family reasons, this is a reality that can come as a shocking surprise. Consider the impact of leaving Canada for extended periods without proper planning. Each day spent outside the country counts against your residency obligation, and even a short oversight can add up. Immigration officers now have access to travel records, digital data, and cross-border monitoring tools, making it easier than ever for them to identify noncompliance. Some PR holders have found themselves facing legal notices for absences they assumed were insignificant, highlighting the need for careful record-keeping. The most practical way to protect yourself is to track your residency days meticulously and plan trips to avoid breaching the 730-day rule. Keep copies of travel tickets, passport stamps, and any documentation showing your presence in Canada. For PR holders living abroad temporarily, it's crucial to maintain strong ties to Canada, such as property, family connections, or employment, which can help during status reviews. Staying proactive and informed is the key to ensuring that your permanent residency remains secure, no matter how strict the authorities become in 2026. Did this make you check your travel history? Comment below if you've ever worried about meeting the residency requirement, and don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click to stay protected. Number 2. Criminal convictions. One of the most serious threats to your permanent residency is a criminal conviction. Even a single conviction, whether for violent crimes, major drug offenses, or certain fraud-related charges, can put your PR status at risk. Canadian immigration authorities take criminal records very seriously, and the new enforcement trends in 2026 make it clear that no offense is too small to be scrutinized. Many PR holders believe minor convictions won't affect them, but the reality is that any record can trigger a review, and in some cases, lead to deportation proceedings. It's important to understand that immigration law treats criminal convictions differently than general legal outcomes. Even if a court gives a suspended sentence or fines, immigration authorities can interpret the offense as grounds for removal. This means that you could serve your sentence, think the matter is over, and still face legal action regarding your residency. Authorities are increasingly using automated systems to flag individuals with criminal records, which can accelerate investigations and limit the opportunity for appeals. To protect yourself, the best approach is prevention and legal awareness. Avoid activities that could lead to criminal charges, and if you ever face a legal situation, consult an immigration lawyer immediately. Understanding how the law defines serious offenses and keeping thorough records of legal outcomes can make a critical difference in defending your PR status. Being proactive rather than reactive is the key. Staying informed, cautious, and compliant with both Canadian laws and immigration regulations ensures that your residency remains safe despite stricter measures in 2026. Have you ever wondered how a conviction could affect your PR? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click to stay updated and protected. Number 3. Security and threat concerns. Canadian authorities have broad powers to revoke permanent residency for individuals considered a security risk. This includes involvement in terrorism, espionage, or activities that threaten public safety. In 2026, these powers have become more aggressive, giving officials the ability to act quickly if they suspect someone could pose a threat. Even indirect associations or unintentional involvement in risky situations can trigger investigations, putting your PR status on the line. Many permanent residents are unaware of how seriously authorities monitor these cases, which can result in sudden legal action or deportation proceedings. It's important to realize that security concerns are not limited to direct criminal activity. Attending certain groups or participating in activities that are later flagged as risky can be enough for authorities to review your status. Canada's enhanced monitoring systems now allow for faster access to digital records, travel history, and international watch lists, making it easier for officials to identify potential threats. PR holders must be conscious of their associations, public statements, and online activity, as even small oversights can escalate into major problems. The most effective way to protect yourself is to stay informed, cautious, and transparent. Avoid risky associations. Carefully evaluate your online presence, and consult legal professionals if you suspect any security concerns may apply to you. Maintaining a clear record and showing strong ties to Canada can help defend your status if questioned. Awareness, vigilance, and proactive steps are critical to ensuring your permanent residency remains safe in the evolving legal environment of 2026. Do you feel your activities could be misunderstood by authorities? Comment below and let us know, and subscribe. It's just one click to stay informed and secure. Number 4. Misrepresentation or fraud. Many permanent residents underestimate how seriously Canadian authorities take misrepresentation or fraud in immigration applications. Providing false information, hiding important details, or submitting misleading documents can lead to the immediate revocation of PR status. In 2026, enforcement is becoming stricter, and immigration officials are using advanced verification systems to cross-check information more thoroughly than ever before. Even unintentional errors or misunderstandings on forms can trigger investigations, creating a risk that many PR holders don't realize until it's too late. It's crucial to understand that misrepresentation is treated very harshly under Canadian immigration law. Authorities do not distinguish between intentional and unintentional mistakes in all cases. They can interpret omissions or inaccuracies as deliberate fraud. This means that even small discrepancies in your application or supporting documents could result in long legal battles or, in severe cases, deportation. The law is clear. Honesty and transparency are mandatory for maintaining permanent residency. To protect your PR status, always keep thorough, accurate records and double-check all documentation before submission. If you are uncertain about any information, seek professional advice from an immigration lawyer to avoid mistakes that could cost you your residency. Being proactive, meticulous, and fully transparent is essential. In 2026, with authorities empowered to act swiftly on suspected misrepresentation, safeguarding your permanent residency depends on diligence, honesty, and careful legal guidance. Have you ever worried your paperwork might have mistakes? Comment below and share your experience, and subscribe. It's just one click to protect your status and stay updated. Number 5. Failure to file taxes. Many permanent residents don't realize that not filing taxes in Canada can put their PR status at risk. Filing taxes is more than a financial responsibility. It's proof of your connection to Canada. In 2026, immigration authorities are increasingly checking tax records as part of routine PR status reviews. Failing to file, underreporting income, or ignoring tax obligations can raise red flags and trigger investigations. Even if you live outside Canada for work or study, your tax compliance remains essential to demonstrating your ties to the country and maintaining your residency. It's important to understand that tax compliance is often seen as a legal and moral obligation. Authorities may view prolonged or repeated failures to file as evidence that a PR holder is not committed to Canada or is attempting to avoid legal responsibilities. In some cases, neglecting taxes can even be interpreted as grounds for questioning your residency obligations or initiating removal proceedings. Staying on top of your financial responsibilities is a simple but critical way to protect yourself from unnecessary legal risks. The most practical way to safeguard your PR is to file your taxes accurately and on time every year. Keep all records, including receipts, forms, and proof of filing, in case authorities request evidence. If you're unsure about filing requirements, consult a tax professional to ensure full compliance. By treating tax obligations seriously and maintaining complete documentation, you can demonstrate your commitment to Canada and avoid complications that could jeopardize your permanent residency in 2026 and beyond. Have you been keeping up with your Canadian taxes? Comment below with your experience and subscribe. It's just one click to stay informed and protect your PR. Number 6. Violating immigration conditions. Many permanent residents don't realize that failing to comply with the specific conditions of their immigration status can put their PR at risk. These conditions might include restrictions on work, study, or travel, and they vary depending on your type of PR and previous permits. In 2026, authorities are increasingly enforcing these rules, and even seemingly minor violations can trigger a review of your status. PR holders who overstay visas for family members, work without proper authorization, or ignore reporting requirements may find themselves facing legal challenges they never expected. It's critical to understand that immigration conditions are legally binding. Authorities view violations as serious breaches, even if they seem harmless to you. For example, working in a restricted field, extending stays beyond permitted periods, or not updating your address can all be interpreted as noncompliance. With enhanced digital monitoring and cross-checking systems, officials can identify violations more quickly than ever, leaving PR holders little room for error. Staying informed about your obligations is essential to maintaining residency. The best way to protect your PR is to strictly follow all conditions tied to your status. Keep updated records of permits, approvals, and communications with immigration authorities. If you're unsure about any rules, consult an immigration lawyer to clarify your responsibilities. Being proactive, cautious, and well-informed ensures that you maintain compliance and safeguard your permanent residency against stricter enforcement measures in 2026. Taking these steps now can prevent costly legal battles and the potential loss of your PR in the future. Do you know all your PR conditions? Comment below if you've ever had doubts, and subscribe. It's just one click to stay fully informed and protected. Number 7. Public safety and border enforcement changes. Recent changes in Canadian law have expanded the powers of immigration and border authorities, giving them more discretion to cancel or suspend permanent residency documents. In 2026, these updates mean that PR holders can face action more quickly than ever before if officials suspect a threat to public safety or a breach of immigration rules. Authorities can now review digital records, travel history, and other data to make decisions, often before a formal investigation or hearing. This shift represents a major change in how permanent residency is monitored and enforced, making it essential for PR holders to understand the risks. It's important to recognize that these enforcement powers are not just theoretical, they're actively being applied. Border officials and immigration officers can act on suspicions that previously would have required longer review periods. Even minor discrepancies in travel documentation or delays in responding to requests from authorities can trigger scrutiny. The new enforcement framework in 2026 is designed to prioritize public safety and compliance, meaning that PR holders who are unaware or unprepared could quickly find themselves under investigation. To protect yourself, it's crucial to stay proactive and fully compliant with all immigration and border requirements. Maintain accurate records of your travels, visas, and permits, and respond promptly to any official communications. Understanding the scope of these new powers and ensuring your documents and actions are in full compliance will significantly reduce the risk of status suspension or cancellation. Awareness, careful record-keeping, and legal preparedness are now more important than ever to safeguard your PR in Canada. Are you confident your PR documents are fully compliant? Comment below if you've double-checked and subscribed. It's just one click to stay safe and informed. Number 8. Refugee or asylum issues. Some permanent residents gain their status through refugee or asylum claims, but this can also create vulnerability. In 2026, Canadian authorities are reviewing cases more rigorously, and if it's found that a PR was granted based on inaccurate information, outdated claims, or misrepresented circumstances, your status could be challenged. Even years after obtaining PR, authorities can reopen cases, especially with improved access to international data and verification tools. This means that those who assumed their refugee-based residency was permanent may be surprised by sudden legal reviews. It's essential to understand that refugee and asylum status is conditional on continued credibility and adherence to Canadian law. If there are discrepancies in your claim, past documentation is incomplete, or officials find inconsistencies with international records, they may question your right to remain in Canada. This stricter enforcement in 2026 is part of a broader trend to ensure that PR status is only maintained by individuals who meet legal requirements and remain fully compliant. Ignorance of these ongoing checks can put PR holders at serious risk. The best way to protect yourself is to keep all original documents, maintain clear records, and respond promptly to any requests from authorities. Consulting a qualified immigration lawyer is highly recommended if your PR is based on a refugee or asylum claim, especially if there are any uncertainties about your documentation. Being proactive, organized, and legally prepared ensures your residency remains secure even amid stricter reviews and enforcement measures in 2026. Has your PR status been based on refugee or asylum claims? Comment below with your experience and subscribe. It's just one click to stay informed and protected. Number 9. Administrative errors or paperwork lapses. Even the most diligent permanent residents can face trouble due to administrative errors or lapses in paperwork. Missing deadlines, expired PR cards, lost documents, or incorrectly filled forms can all create legal vulnerabilities. In 2026, Canadian immigration authorities are using faster verification systems and digital tracking, making it easier to spot errors and inconsistencies. A simple oversight, such as failing to renew your PR card on time, can escalate into a legal review and even lead to suspension of your status if not addressed promptly. It's crucial to recognize that immigration processes are strict and procedural compliance matters. Authorities are not lenient when it comes to deadlines or documentation requirements. Even minor mistakes, such as providing incomplete forms or not updating personal information, can trigger questions about your residency. With enhanced monitoring and more automated checks in 2026, PR holders must be extra vigilant in maintaining accurate and current paperwork to avoid unnecessary legal complications. The most effective way to safeguard your status is to stay organized and proactive with all immigration documents. Track expiry dates, renew PR cards and other permits on time, and ensure that any forms or notifications from authorities are completed accurately and submitted promptly. Consulting an immigration professional for complex cases or uncertainties can also provide an additional layer of protection. Being meticulous, organized, and responsive will help ensure that your permanent residency remains secure despite stricter enforcement and procedural scrutiny in 2026. Have you ever missed a PR deadline or faced paperwork issues? Comment below with your story and subscribe. It's just one click to stay organized and protected. Number 10. Human rights or wartime violations. Permanent residency in Canada can be revoked in extreme cases if a PR holder is found to have participated in human rights abuses or wartime violations. This includes involvement in war crimes, crimes against humanity, or other serious international offenses. In 2026, authorities have improved access to international databases, legal cooperation agreements, and intelligence sharing, making it easier to uncover past actions, even decades after they occurred. This means that PR holders with hidden histories or affiliations that fall into these categories could face sudden investigations and potential deportation. It's important to understand that Canada takes international law and human rights obligations very seriously. Immigration authorities are empowered to act when evidence emerges that a permanent resident has violated these laws, regardless of when or where the acts occurred. Even indirect involvement, such as supporting organizations linked to these violations, can trigger legal scrutiny. The increasing global emphasis on accountability in 2026 underscores that no PR holder is entirely immune if such serious allegations arise. The best way to safeguard your status is to ensure full transparency in your immigration applications and maintain a clean legal and personal record. If there is any concern regarding past affiliations or activities, consulting an experienced immigration lawyer immediately is critical. Being proactive, honest, and compliant with Canadian and international law is essential to maintaining your permanent residency, especially in a time when enforcement and investigative capabilities are stronger than ever. Vigilance, documentation, and legal awareness are your strongest protections. Do you know if anything in your past could raise flags? Comment below with your thoughts and subscribe. It's just one click to stay informed and protect your PR. In 2026, the landscape for Canadian permanent residents is changing faster than ever. From failing residency requirements to criminal convictions, from misrepresentation to human rights violations, there are numerous ways a PR holder can risk losing their status. These rules may seem overwhelming, but the key takeaway is that most threats can be managed with awareness, preparation, and diligence. Every point we cover today highlights the importance of understanding not just the law, but how it's applied in real-life situations, where even small oversights can have major consequences. Being a permanent resident comes with rights, but it also comes with responsibilities. Keeping accurate records, filing taxes on time, maintaining residency obligations, and staying compliant with legal and immigration conditions are not just bureaucratic tasks. They are critical to protecting the life you've built in Canada. Additionally, staying informed about new policies and enforcement trends in 2026 ensures that you're never caught off guard. Consulting legal professionals when in doubt, maintaining transparency, and being proactive can prevent most of the common pitfalls that lead to PR revocation. Ultimately, securing your permanent residency is about vigilance and preparedness. Understanding the risks, taking practical steps to safeguard your status, and acting early when concerns arise can make all the difference. While the rules may seem strict, knowledge is your strongest defense. By staying informed, organized, and compliant, you can confidently navigate Canada's evolving immigration landscape and protect the life and opportunities you've worked hard to achieve. We put a lot of effort into bringing you this detailed guide, so comment below and share your thoughts on which point surprised you the most. Support us by watching more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click to stay informed, protected, and up to date.